Coming up this afternoon on Hawkeye News.
A long-standing University of Iowa building closes its doors.
One of our anchors goes out to find out how much students know about the upcoming presidential election.
And in sports, get ready for history being made this weekend as the Iowa Hawkeyes compete in their first ever Big Ten championship game against Michigan State this Saturday.
Get ready for Hawkeye News.
Hawkeye News with Holly Reimer, Alex Restrepo, Erin Radke, Sebastian Smith, Anthony Johnson in sports, and Maria Palladino in weather.
Good afternoon, and thank you for joining us. I'm Holly Reimer.
And I'm Alex Restrepo.
The Women's Resource and Action Center in Iowa City is moving locations, but not very far. This center will be moving up the hill from its location across the Iowa Memorial Union to the Bowman House across from Burge Hall. The WRAC has served local women since the 1970s through advocacy and activism, as well as personal and professional development. Once the old house is torn down, a parking garage will take its place.
The Pentagon announced yesterday that women in the U.S. military can now serve in first-line combat positions that includes the Army, Marines, and Navy SEALs. Instead of having to search for roles in combat on their own, women will be directly assigned to them. This comes 20 years after women were officially excluded from combat in 1994. The process of bringing women into these roles will begin within the next 30 days.
A tragic firebombing attack on a nightclub near Cairo, Egypt, left 16 people dead and 5 injured this morning. The attackers threw bottles filled with flammable liquids into the club, igniting the blaze. Reports claim that the attack followed an argument between employers of the establishment and a group of young people. While it is unknown if there's any connection, the authorities say attackers did have a criminal motive and that had nothing to do with terrorism.
The Senate has passed a legislation to stop funding Planned Parenthood and repeal the Affordable Care Act with a vote of 52 to 47. But nothing that happens on the Senate floor this week will ever actually become law. This is because it can get vetoed by the president. So the point of this vote is a symbolic one. Some Americans want the president to know where they stand on this issue and that they do not agree.
The UI Public Policy Center is hosting a day-long symposium at the Old Capitol Museum Senate chambers today. The event will examine 3 controversial issues of politics: campaign finance laws, redistricting, and how the media report on politics. Each issue will hold a panel that will feature speakers from all across the country. UI President Bruce Harold kicked off the symposium at 8:30 this morning. He noted that these issues are controversial and that it is important that those in attendance are respectful of each other's opinions.
We only need to come together and talk in a civil way about these issues. And I think that's where the facts start coming into this and the real underlying data. I hope you have a lot of fun biting each other in the nose and not doing any stabbing in the back.
The event will continue through the afternoon until 4:45 tonight.
It is a lonely one at the top for Donald Trump, who is trumping everyone. This could not be more true. In the latest CNN poll, Donald Trump is leading the Republican field with 36%. Ted Cruz is behind him with 16%, followed by Ben Carson, ranking at 14%.
Well, after the winter storm right before the Hawks game last weekend, I'm kind of wondering if that cold weather is going to be a factor in people making it out to Indy.
I've actually been wondering the same thing. Let's talk to Maria and see what's to expect for this weekend. Maria?
Thanks, ladies. This weekend is bringing clear skies for everyone here in the Hawkeye State, especially tomorrow. It'll be a great day to watch the championship game with temperatures of 31 degrees in the morning with clear skies. Temps will rise in the afternoon to 45 degrees and come back down in the evening to 36 with cloudy skies. Looking at the rest of the week, Sunday brings a 40% chance of showers with a high of 44 degrees and a low of 31. We'll see some partly cloudy skies in the beginning of next week and another chance of rain on Wednesday. Thursday will be partly cloudy, but temps will rise to a high of 52 degrees. There's the look at your forecast for the rest of the week, and if you're headed to Indy this weekend, expect warm weather around 50 degrees. Now back to you guys at the desk.
With the presidential election heating up, one question that's likely on every candidate's mind is how to get the youth vote. The college-age demographic historically receives the lowest turnout in voter attendance, and this may be attributed to a lack of political awareness. Hawkeye News reporter Keaton Fuller went to find out more.
Even a full year out from the election, it seems nearly impossible to escape the drama of the campaign trail. But nevertheless, the 18 to 24-year-old demographic, which is sought after every year by presidential hopefuls, is known for staying home on Election Day. Political science associate professor Carrie Covington has a theory about why this tends to happen.
Generally speaking, college students are not as aware of what's going on politically as middle-aged folks. They have other things on their mind, college and so on.
With only 38% of 18 to 24-year-olds showing up for the 2012 election, I think it might be a good idea to see if I can prove Professor Covington's theory correct by asking college-aged people how much they know about the 2016 election. Let's go find out. So this is about the 2016 election.
Oh gosh.
Tell me what major announcement Joe Biden made last week about the presidential race.
I have no idea.
No idea.
I have no idea. Is he running? Because everyone wants him to.
That he was not going to enter the race.
That's correct. What month are the Iowa caucuses?
November?
I don't know, December?
January?
Close.
I believe they're in February of next year.
That's right. Can you name 3 Republican candidates still in the race?
Ben Carson, Donald Trump, and
Is Donald Trump a Republican?
Is Bernie Sanders a Republican?
Jeb Bush.
Yeah.
Donald Trump, Rand Paul, right? And is Jeb Bush still in the race?
Out of the students that I talked to, only 38% could name 3 of the many remaining Republican candidates, and only 23% even knew when the Iowa caucuses are. It seems like Professor Covington's theory about political awareness was correct, and if a candidate wants to make it to the White House, they might benefit from finding a way to get young people a little more aware. Keaton Fuller, Hawkeye News.
'Tis the season in Iowa City, and what better way to spread Christmas cheer than a scavenger hunt with a Christmas theme? 30 stores downtown have hidden an elf waiting to be found. Each elf has a nickname like Ray, who was in Ray Gun, Candy in Sweet Treats, and Tinsel in Silver Spider. If you find one of those elves, notify the cashier and collect your I Found card to be entered for a grand prize.
New additions downtown are there to help Iowa City be more sustainable. They're located in the pedestrian mall on the corner of Washington and Dubuque Street, Biotopia, and next to the Iowa City Public Library. Hawkeye News reporter Maria Palladino took a look around the Ped Mall to find out more.
In the 9-square block of downtown Iowa City, 4 of these solar-powered trash and recycling compactors replace 10 of these regular garbage cans. They come with the name Big Belly and have 2 separate sides, one for trash and one for recyclables. Its blinking light is run by the sun's energy that powers the battery. Through the software, it updates staff members at the Operations Center of Iowa City on the status of each bin.
So there's just a small line of lights, so staff knows, and we get an email every day saying that the bins are green, completely fine. If they're yellow, half full, or red, they need to be empty.
Each set costs about $8,000 and can hold up to about 200 pounds. Once each bin is full, the belly's digestion process begins.
Right here in the Big Belly are laser detectors. Once the recyclable or trash material reaches a certain height that hits the laser, eventually the trash and recyclables will compact.
Promoting sustainability is a main focus of these new compactors, but so is saving a few daily trips for anyone picking up the garbage.
I think it's saving on gas. I think it's saving on, human resources to go change them out. It saves on a lot of things, even the garbage bags.
The compactors are a permanent addition to help provide a visibly clean, green, and safe environment in Iowa City. By next summer, the city hopes to install 4 to 6 more bellies in the area. Maria Palladino, Hawkeye News.
Well, Holly, I don't know about you, but I'm pretty excited about the championship game tomorrow.
Yeah, I definitely can't wait. Let's toss it over to Anthony at the sports studio to find out more about what is shaping up to be one of the biggest weekends in Hawkeye history. Anthony?
Now let's take a look at Iowa's 2 major sports, basketball and football. Iowa men's basketball team is off to a pretty good start with a 5-2 record. Right now, the Hawkeyes are looking to continue their winning streak with a matchup against the University of Missouri-Kansas City tomorrow afternoon. Hawkeyes are coming off a big win against Florida State in overtime behind Peter Jock's game-winning 3-point field goal. Are you ready for some football? If not, you better get ready then. Tomorrow night at Lucas Oil Stadium, the beloved 12-0 Iowa Hawkeyes will take on the Michigan State Spartans for the Big Ten Championship. This is a must-win game for both teams because whoever wins this matchup will get a shot to advance to the college football playoffs in hopes to win the BCS National Championship game. It's going to be a game that you don't want to miss. Hawkeyes are hoping for another big game from Jack Tatum Award winner Desmond King and the rest of the defense. Whoever turns over the ball the least will come out with the victory. That's all I have for you in the sports studio. Have fun weekend, Hawkeyes fans. Now back to you at the desk.
While classes are winding down for the semester and winter break is on the mind of all students, there is one team that is doing just the opposite. The Iowa dance team has started treading their way through nationals practices on top of cheering on the black and gold at every home sporting event. I got a chance to take a look behind the scenes at how the team is preparing.
In the midst of a successful season of Iowa athletics, the University of Iowa dance team is doing more than just cheering on the teams from the sidelines. It's competition season. With state competition in early December and nationals just around the corner, Coach Jenny Eustace says their schedule has been the biggest challenge.
The mantra, at least last weekend when we had 6 events in 3 days, was too blessed to be stressed. So I think just really continuing to focus on why we're here, you know, for the Hawkeyes, for the black and gold, and you know, that I guess is the positive side as well, is that our athletic teams are doing so well that we have all these great things and opportunities to be at.
Carver Hawkeye Arena has become home to more than just the basketball team this season. The University of Iowa dance team has spent countless hours performing at various sporting events, as well as kicking it into go time for national season.
We're not going to let any time go by. Even with all the excitement of football, we're still working hard here in practice, getting ready for nationals and doing the best we can to balance all of our different activities.
Last year, the Hawkeyes took home a top 5 finish in the Pom division, but were disappointed to see their jazz routine miss the mark for finals. This year, they hope to return to Iowa City wearing medals for being top 3 in the nation in Pom. As for jazz, they are determined to make it to finals. For success in both routines, the key word is precision.
It's a lot of formation work, and so nailing every single one of those formations is key to the visuals.
This hardworking team will continue their busy streak leading up to nationals mid-January. Their routines will be judged and placed by a single performance of both Pom and jazz at ESPN Wide World of Sports in Orlando, Florida.
I think what makes being on a college dance team unique is we only have one chance to compete. Like, it's our only opportunity. We have this one time to go to nationals, one time to perform on the floor. You gotta stay mentally tough and give it everything you can.
This has been Holly Reimer, Hawkeye News.
Coldplay will be performing at the halftime show for Super Bowl 50. The band is known for their huge hits such as Yellow, Clocks, and Viva La Vida. The NFL says the event is still being planned and will consist of multiple acts. Coldplay's new album, A Head Full of Dreams, is being released in stores today.
That's all the time we have for you today. Be sure to tune in next week for another exciting edition of Hawkeye News.
Good night and have a pleasant tomorrow.
Can't pick up a copy of the Daily Iowan? Are you worried about how you're going to find out about the latest news in Iowa City and the University of Iowa? Well, look no further. You can download the Daily Iowan mobile app on your iPhone for the area's best news coverage. And you can also read and watch us on your iPad. You can always find current and past Daily Iowan stories at dailyiowan.com. The Daily Iowan is now on TV, online, and in your pocket. If it happens, it's news to us.